Start. Now I would like to explain data structures in Python. So what is a data structure? The logical and mathematical model of a particular organization of data is called a data structure. What is this organization of data? So organization of data, real-time example, suppose if you having a bike key, whenever you reach a home, suppose you thrown your bike key, tomorrow if you want to come to the office again, if you want to search for a bike key, it will take time to get back the keys. Wherever you have thrown yesterday, you have to search. Searching time will be required to get the key. Similarly, suppose you have kept key in a particular rack yesterday. For example, tomorrow if you want to go to office, you can get the keys from the rack easily. That means accessing time will be reduced if you put data in organized manner. So that is the concept here. We have to put the data in organized manner, so retrieving is very fast, so that time will be reduced while retrieving data from the database. So this is a definition of a data structure. The logical mathematical model of a particular organization of data is called a data structure. When coming to the different types of data structures in Python, one is a list data structure, and another one is tuple data structure, and third one is dictionary, and fourth one is set data structure. These are the 4 different types of data structures available in Python. Now first we are going to talk about list data structure. Now we are going to talk about list data structure. Suppose if you want to represent a group of objects into a single entity, if you want to represent group of objects into a single entity, then we have to go for list data structure. Suppose I want to represent the values. Suppose I am having 10, 20, 30, 40. I want to represent all these values into a group of entity, then we have to go for list data structure. So it is a sequence of elements and each must be separated by comma, and the syntax is list variable equal to square brackets is used to represent list value 1 comma value 2 comma value 1. Suppose I want to represent these values into a list data structure, then you have to use list variable equal to L is equal to value 1, first value 10 comma second value 10, 20 comma 30 comma 40. Like this we have to represent a list data structure. So this is the example of representing a list data structure. It is a collection of group of objects into a single entity. This is called a list. This is called a list. Suppose I want to know the data type of this particular L, then you can print like this, type of L, then you will get the type, you will get a list, type, you will get the output is list, So this is the example of a list data structure. So what are the properties of list data structure? So the first one is a insertion order is preserved. Insertion order is preserved. That means in which way you have inserted the elements into a list, in the same way it will appear. That is called insertion order is preserved. And next one is a duplicates are allowed. Duplicates are allowed. We can also enter duplicate elements into a list data structure, and it is a collection of heterogeneous objects. That means it is a collection of different types of objects. That means we can store integer, we can store a float, we can store a string data type. Like this we can store different heterogeneous objects can be stored in a list data structure. And next one is a list is a dynamic in nature. List is a dynamic in nature. That means we can insert the elements and we can also remove the element. That means list element can be grow and can also be shrink. And next one is a list is a mutable. That means we can update the values in the list. We can update the values in the list. That is called mutable property. In case of list data structure, index will play vital role. Index will play. We can also indexing, slicing can also be done using list data structure. So first you see insertion order is preserved. Insertion order is preserved. For example, we have taken L equal to, I have taken empty list. L equal to, I have taken empty list. Now I want to add 10 to the empty list. Then you have to use L dot append of 10. Append of 10. Suppose I want to add another element, L dot append of VAIT. I want to add another element, L dot append of 20. And also I want to add another element, L dot append of 10. So like this, I have inserted 4 elements into a list data structure. The first element is 10, and the second element is VAIT, third element is 20, and fourth element is 10. Now I want to print the list. So print L. Print L means you will get the value 10, comma VAIT, comma 20, comma 10. You will get the output. This is the output, you will get it here. Whenever you print L means you will get the output 10, VAIT 20 and 10. Here you see in which order you have inserted. First element you have inserted 10, so first element is 10. Second you have inserted VAIT and second element is VAIT. And third element you have inserted 20, that's why third element is 20. And fourth element you have inserted 10, that's why fourth element is 10. That means in which way you have inserted the elements, same order you will get the output. That's why it is called, the first property is satisfied, that is called insertion order is preserved. Insertion order is preserved. That is first property. And second one is duplicates are allowed. Duplicates are allowed. Here you see first element I have inserted 10 and also fourth element I have inserted 10. Same element I have repeated. Same element I have repeated 2 times. That is called duplicates are allowed. Second property is satisfied. Duplicates are allowed. We can insert duplicate elements into a list data structure. That is second property. And third one is heterogeneous objects are allowed. Here you see one is integer, another one is string data type. That means list can allow heterogeneous objects. That means we can insert integer value, we can insert float value, we can insert string data type. Any type of objects can be inserted into a list data structure. Here you see 10 is integer, VAIT is string data type. So it is a collection of different data types. That's why it is called heterogeneous objects are allowed. That means third property is satisfied. And list is dynamic. List is dynamic. We can increase the element and also we can remove the element. Suppose I want to delete first element. So you can use del L of 0. You can use del L of 0 means the first element will be deleted. Suppose I have written print L. I have written print L means what is the output you will get? VAIT, comma 20, comma 10. VAIT 20, comma 10, you will get the output. That means the first element 10 we have removed from the list. That means we can increase the elements and also we can decrease the element. Insertion and deletion can also be done. That's what is called dynamic. It is called dynamic. And list is a mutable. List is a mutable. Suppose I want to change last element to 40. So L of 0, 1, 2 equal to 40. L of 2 equal to 40. Suppose I will write print L. Print L. What is the output you will get? You will get the output. Here you see the first element is VAIT and the second element is 20. Third element, updated value, you will get the value 40. You will get the value 40. That means we can change the elements in the list. We can change the elements in the list. List is a mutable. List is a mutable. That's why it is called mutable. And in case of list data structure, index will play key role. Why index will play key role means here I want to modify the, suppose we are having duplicate elements. Which element you have to modify? That will be done based on the index. That will be modified based on the index. So index will play key role in the list data structure. These are the some of the properties of list data structure. For example, I have taken L equal to empty list, suppose I have taken. After that, I want to add elements L dot append of 10. L dot append of 10, L dot append of VAIT, L dot append of 20, similarly L dot append of 10 again. Now I will write print L. I will write a print L. What is the output you will get? 10, VAIT, 20, 10. Suppose I want to update the fourth element, then you have to use index 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Third index you have to use to update the fourth element. Suppose I want to element the first element, then you have to use the index 0. So like this, that's why even elements are same in the 0th position and 4th position, which one you have to modify based on the index only. That's why index will play key role here. Suppose I want to modify the first element, then you have to use L of 0 equal to, suppose 50 I have written. Then I will write print L. Print L. What is the output you will get? 50, VAIT, 20, 10. So based on the index, we are modifying the values. That's why index will play key role here. So, and next one is how to create a list data structure. What are the methods available to create a list data structure? The first one is creating empty list. How to create a empty list? Simply you have to use L1 is equal to empty brackets, empty square brackets, then empty list will be created. So creating empty list is nothing but simply assigning empty square brackets. Suppose I will write print L1. Print L1. What is the output you will get? You will get empty list only. You will get empty list. And that is the first method, creating empty list. And second one, creating a list with values. Creating a list with values. Suppose I want to create L2. L2 equal to, simply you can give values 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Suppose I will print L2, you will get the list with values 10, 20 and 30. So this is the empty list creation, first one. Second one is a list with values. So each value must be separated by comma. Each value must be separated by comma. Not only integer values, we can also use different data types also. And creating dynamic list by using eval function. Next one is creating a dynamic list by using eval function. So L3 equal to eval is a predefined function. Eval is a predefined function and input enter a value. So this is the dynamic list can be created by using eval function. What is this eval function? So if you want to evaluate an expression in the string form, then we have to use eval function. So what are the steps of the eval function? What it will do? The first step is it will parse the string. That parsing is nothing but converting into a tokens. Converting into a tokens. Whatever input you have entered, the input will be divided into tokens. That is the first step will be done by the eval function. And second one is each token will be converted into objects. Each token will be converted into a object. And third one is nothing but it is going to perform an expression. Third one is it is going to perform a expression. And fourth one is nothing, fourth step is it is going to verify whether it is a valid expression in Python or not. Fourth one is it will check whether the expression is valid expression or not in a Python. And fifth step is it is going to evaluate the expression. It is going to evaluate the expression. All these 5 steps will be done by the eval function. For example, I have written L3 equal to eval of, suppose I have given x plus 1. I have given x plus 1, x equal to 1 I have taken, L3 equal eval of x plus 1. Suppose I will print L3. What is the output you will get? Here it is going to convert it into expression and it is evaluate the expression. So x value 1 will be substituted here, 1 plus 1, it will become 2, you will get the output. 2 you will get the output. It will internally it will be done 5 steps. It is going to evaluate 5 steps. One is parsing and second one is it is going to convert it into a tokens, first one, and second one is it is going to convert it into objects. Tokens will be converted into objects, and third one is it is going to combine the expression, and fourth one is it will check whether the expression is valid or not, and fifth one is nothing but it is going to evaluate the expression. All these 5 steps will be done by the eval function. So this is the eval function is dynamic list can be created by using eval function. Okay. So next one is creating by a sequence by using list functions. List is a function here, so list is a function, predefined function. Using this function, we can also give input as a sequence for the list function so that it will give the list data type. List will give the list data type. L4 equal to list of sequence. For example, I have given L4 equal to list of, suppose I have given VAIT. Suppose I have given VA, what is the output you will get here? You will get the output. V is the first element, I is the next element, I is the next element, and T is the next element. So like this it will create the list. V is the first element in the list, I is next element in the list, I is next element in the list, T is the next element in the list. So it will divide it into a elements. So you have given a string value that will be converted into a each element in the list. So list is a function to convert whatever sequence you have given that will be converted into a list data type. So this is the another example, and last one is string can be converted into a list by using split method. By using a split method, for example, yes, I have taken VIG hash NAN hash INST. Suppose I have taken as a string data, string value. Now I want to convert it into a list. L5 equal to S dot split. S dot split of, we have to use hash here. We have to use hash. Whenever you will get this particular separator, it will be converted into a list element. So suppose I will print L5. Suppose I will print L5. What is the output you will get? Sorry. What is the output you will get? First one is VIG, comma, and second one is NAN, comma, and third one is INST. This is the list, you will get the output. So this is the using separator also we can convert into a list. This is the fifth method. The first method is creating empty list, and second method is creating a list with values, and third one is list can be created by using eval function, and next one is list can be created by using a sequence, and for fifth one is we can also create a list by using split method. By using a split method. These are the 5 methods creating a list data structure in Python. And traversing means next one is accessing elements in the list. Elements in the list data structure. So traversing is nothing but accessing each element in the list is called traversing. So traversing means accessing each element in the list in a sequence manner. Similar to strings, list can also be sliced and concatenation. Indexing can also be done. Generally, index and slicing methods techniques are used to access elements in the list data structure. We can use the 2 concepts. One is called indexing method, second one is called slicing method. These 2 methods can also be used in the list data structure. The syntax for slicing, you already know, sequence equal to list of, this is start value, this is stop, and this is step value. This is start means initial value, stop means final value, and step means how much next increment value. Step is increment or decrement can also be done, and stop means always it takes the value, end value, stop minus 1. Always takes the value, stop minus 1. So this is the accessing values in the list data structure. And next one is Indexing, slicing, already we discussed one point, indexing, slicing can also be done in list data structure. How indexing and slicing can be done in list data structure? For example, we have taken the list like following values. For example, VIIT, the first element of the list, second one is VSP, third one is 10, 20, 30, this is another list, and 10.5. Because list is a collection of heterogeneous objects, so one is a integer value, another one is a string data type, and another one is float, another one is another list also, Now you see L of 2, so you can done indexing can be done in two methods. We already know one is through positive index and second one is negative index. Suppose you will go to positive index, the first element is 0, index value, next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Negative index means we have to move from right to left and starting value is -1. So this is the negative index means -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 and -7. This is the accessing the negative index and this is the positive index. Suppose I have written L of 2. So L of 2 means what is the value you will get here? 10 you will get the result. 10 you will get the result. Next one is L of -2. -2 means here you see negative index. Negative index -2 means what is the value? This is another list 1, 2. So you will get the output 1, 2 output you will get it here. And next L of 1. 1 is a starting index and ending index not specified. That means all the elements in the list. Starting from 1. So starting from 1 means 0 is not allowed from VSP to 10.5. So VSP to 10.5 will get the output. So this is the one column. For this particular indexing you will get the output like this. And next one is L of 1, 4. So starting index is 1 and last index is 4. That means 1 to 4 minus 1. That means 1, 2, 3. So what means 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. That means VSP 10 and 20 you will get the output. Only these three you will get the output. VSP 10, 20. So that is the output. VSP 10 and 20 you will get the output L of 1, 4. So 1 is a starting index and 4 is a end index. End minus 1 means 4 minus 1 means 1, 2, 3 you will get the output. So this is the indexing and slicing. These two are called indexing and these two are called slicing. And next one is the basic list operation. What are the operations we can do with list data structure? The first one is, so length of, here you see always we have to use small case letters. So len of brackets, we have given the list with the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is going to find the length of the list. What is the length here? How many elements? Length is nothing but how many elements exist in the list. There are 5 elements, that will get the output is 5. Next one you see, this is one list, this is another list. We are using plus here. That means plus is nothing but here concatenation. Concatenation is nothing but combining the two lists. The first list is 1, 2, 3 and second list is 4, 5, 6. I want to combine two lists, then you have to use plus operator. It is used as a concatenation here. So you will get the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You will get the output. Here you see list VAIT and star 3. This is nothing but replication. Star is nothing but here replication. That means how many times you want. Then you have to use VAIT 3 means VAIT will be repeated 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 3 times will be repeated. Suppose I have written VAIT 2 means VAIT will be repeated 2 times. So that is nothing but replication. And the next one is 3 in 1, 2, 3. That means in operator. This is nothing but in operator. That means 3 is existing in the list 1, 2, 3. Yes or no? So 3 is existing 1, 2, 3. That will get the output is true. Suppose I have written 4 in of 1, 2, 3. So 4 in 1, 2, 3 means you will get the output is false. Output is false, you will get the output. Because 4 is not available in the given list 1, 2, 3. That will get the output is false. So, and last one is for x in 1, 2, 3 print x. That means for loop we already know. So each element, that means 1 will be assigned to x. 1 will be assigned to x. Print x means 1 will be printed. Next 2 will be assigned to x. 2 will be assigned to x. Print x means 2 will be printed. Next 3 will be assigned to x. 3 will be assigned to x. Print x means 3 will be printed. So if you want to print the elements in the list, we can use for loop, or also we can use while loop also. We can also use while loop or for loop to print the values in the list data structure.